You keep waiting, waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for motivation, waiting for someone to believe in you, waiting for someone to show you the way. But here's the truth. Nobody is coming to save you. No hero is on the way. No magical opportunity is about to knock on your door. No one is going to wake up one morning and decide to build your future for you. Your life is your responsibility, and that realization is painful because it means there is nobody to blame. Not your parents, not your teachers, not society, not your circumstances. At some point, every successful person faced a moment where they looked in the mirror and accepted one truth. If my life is going to change, I have to be the one who changes it. Most people never reach that point. They spend years waiting for confidence before taking action, waiting to feel ready, waiting for permission, waiting for a sign. But life doesn't work that way. Confidence doesn't come before action. Confidence comes after action. The people you admire weren't fearless. They were scared. They doubted themselves. They failed. They made mistakes, but they moved anyway. While others waited, they acted, and that made all the difference. Think about your dreams, the goals you keep hidden, the life you imagine when nobody's watching. Now ask yourself, how long have you been waiting? A month? A year? 5 years? Maybe longer. Every day you delay, time keeps moving. The clock doesn't stop because you're afraid. The world doesn't pause because you're uncertain. The days become weeks. The weeks become months. The months become years. And one day you wake up wondering where all the time went. Regret is heavy, much heavier than failure. Failure teaches, regret haunts. Failure says, try again. Regret says, you never tried. So stop waiting for perfect conditions. They don't exist. There will always be obstacles. There will always be uncertainty. There will always be reasons to quit. The question is not whether the path is difficult. The question is whether your dreams matter enough to keep moving despite the difficulty. Because every meaningful achievement requires sacrifice. You will sacrifice comfort. You will sacrifice convenience. You will sacrifice instant pleasure. The people who succeed are not always the smartest. They're not always the most talented. Often, they are simply the ones who refuse to stop. When others give up, they continue. When others complain, they work. When others make excuses, they take responsibility. And responsibility is power. The moment you take responsibility for your life, you take control of your future. Because if everything is someone else's fault, then you have no power to change it. But if you accept responsibility, then you also accept the power to improve it. That's where freedom begins. Not when circumstances change, not when luck arrives, not when someone rescues you. Freedom begins when you decide, my future is in my hands. Will it be easy? No. There will be days when you feel exhausted, days when nobody notices your effort, days when progress seems invisible, days when quitting feels tempting. But those days matter the most, because discipline is not doing the work when you feel motivated. Discipline is doing the work when you don't. Anyone can move forward when they feel inspired. Champions move forward when they don't feel like it. That's the difference. The world rewards consistency, not intensity for one day, not motivation for 1 week. Consistency. Small actions repeated over time create extraordinary results. One workout, one page, one lesson, one step, then another, and another, and another. Until one day the person staring back from the mirror is no longer the same person who started. Stronger, wiser, more disciplined, more capable. Not because someone saved them, but because they saved themselves. Remember this, nobody is coming to rescue your dreams. Nobody is coming to build your future. Nobody is coming to create the life you want. That responsibility belongs to you. And that's not bad news. It's the most empowering truth you'll ever hear, because it means your future isn't controlled by strangers. It isn't controlled by luck. It isn't controlled by circumstances. It is shaped by the choices you make every single day. Starting now, not tomorrow, not next week, not next month. Now, take the first step, then take another. Keep moving, keep learning, keep growing, keep fighting. And years from now, when people ask how you changed your life, you will have a simple answer. Nobody came to save me, so I saved myself. And that changed everything.